vaping with the Ohmies. Vape, 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 vaping with the Ohmies. Welcome everybody, welcome to the show. Let me introduce you to some dudes in case you don't know. First we got Aziz all the way from Kuwait. Always got a point when it's time for debate. Oh my Lanta, some call him Dan. Got the dad jokes in the palm of his hand. Boom Sauce McNasty got his eyes on the news. Got his ear to the streets and he's down for the crew. Next up is Clown, the DIY king. Got a juice line and some coils that sing. Then there's a bear who's smarter than average. Quick with a wit, his name Vapor Swaggins. Then there's the homie, we know him as Frames. And too many guests to remember the names. Together they make up this killer vape panel. So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Vape, vaping with the Ohmies. 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 Vape, vaping with the Ohmies.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vaping with the Ohmies. What's in the news, Poon Sauce? Alright, guys. It's that time for Dan's Dad Joke of the Week.
And we're frozen. Awesome. Don't you love how these shows start, guys? They're always just spectacular.
We're blaming the new Streamlabs.
I'm 100% blaming Streamlabs on this, guys, because it only wants to do it when I use Streamlabs. And why is this doing this to me? Let's try this. It wouldn't be, a stream if I didn't screw up. And there we are. Now you can see us. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Vaping with the Ohmies, episode number 17, I believe now, of season 2.
Stop it.
We do have a couple special guests joining us this week. Right over here, we've got Dylan and Taylor from Straight Up E-Liquid. So very excited to have you guys on. Thank you for joining us. Big shout outs to you guys.
Having us.
Absolutely.
Feels so important.
Well, you guys are to us. You are to us. So definitely had to get you guys on the show. Of course, we'll be talking to you guys a little bit more about, you guys' Straight Up E-Liquid and whatever else you guys got going on. But before we get too much more into that, we're going to just talk about what we're vaping on. Tell the people out there what we've been enjoying throughout the week or what we're enjoying right now at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to my man, Clown. What do you got this week, bro? What are you vaping on?
All right. I'm on all DIY juices, apparently. I got the Ruby 21 rocking and rolling. In that, I got the Enders of the Fruit Basket, still liking that shit. Next, I got the Goon XX Mini G Class. In that, I got Blue Sin. And lastly, Warlock's Hammer, Recoil Rebel. And in that, I got Rectum Balls. Yeah, take it away, Dan.
Ooh, hello. I got my 1 Gen M, right, James? That's what this thing's called? James, you're muted.
Yep, 1 Gen M, Mad Beard Mods, bro.
M. I went all black, everything. GR1 on top with a Captain Crimson Fuse Clapton in there.
Ooh, very
Rockin' and
nice.
rolling. In that, I have mixed 2 glorious things. I have the rest of my Boule Bolu and my Peanut Butter Party, and they go together very well.
Boule Party?
Yeah.
Not kiss.
PB Bolu.
The Elvis Presley.
Peanut
Peanut Butter
what are you talking
Bolu.
about?
Yeah, Peanut Butter Bolu.
Tyson, no, not Kith.
I have my Stratum Zero with the gear. I think that's where that's just going to live right now. And that I have a Coil Turd Alien in that. It's 3-core. With some straight up e-liquid. That apple. What's
That
up?
one's delicious.
And then I have my K-Fun Prime just on the little foot with a little MTL Jess Marie Purple Heart tip. And in that, I have straight up 18 milligram traditional
Oh, what?
nicotine.
Watch out.
Yeah. Down with salt, Nick. I'm done with it. I'll pass it off to our guests. I want to know what they are vaping on.
All right. All right. So first off, I found this thing.
Dude.
Saturn let me try his one time, and I just like hunted one down. The Drag Baby Trio,
Okay.
I think, and it's a little mouth long, and it's fantastic. I put Cake 18 in there, and then I got the solid copper Speedy built with the
Damascus.
no, not Damascus. It's the other one. It's the
Damascus
is it Damascus?
is the
No,
one
it's
made out of the
copper.
titanium.
No. This is the I can't even think of it. The most recent one they did.
Someone in chat will get it. I don't know
Got,
what it is.
some
That's
of
sweet.
AJ's oils in there. I just got the RDA in North Carolina. So yeah, and then in that Dad's PB party.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone's favorite vape dad.
Yeah,
100%.
For
the-
sure.
Vape dad.
It's delicious and you can't stop it. Yeah. And then I noticed I know somebody posted today saying the vape industry's back in 2015 and they don't want to admit it. I just realized that I was using this.
Yeah, dude.
This is a JMFD mod from 2014.
Cool.
The K-Fun 2019.
A little bit
Yeah.
old school, a little bit new school.
Looks good.
Yeah. And I have Cake 12 in there. And like I think an Origeny tip on it.
Oh, the Origeny.
Very
Sick
nice.
tip. And then Taylor's turn.
So I've got this Aegis Geek Vape. I like it because it's got the camo. That's got cake in it, straight up cake. And this is my brand new baby. Dylan got this for me.
Oh, well, would
Nice.
you look at
It's Speedy Built from Scott Foster. And on this side, it has all my favorite bands on it.
that? Nice.
And then this, I've got Kara's new liquid Midnight.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't even think I told these guys, but when you sent me some stuff, I had that, and that did not last 2 days. I think it
Really?
was like
Oh my
I've
God.
seen
I
it.
shifted the vape shop from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. It was gone before I left that day.
Plowing
It's only
through it.
30 mils, right? I think I sent you a
Yeah, I
sample
just
bottle.
sent a little baby bottle.
Yeah,
And, oh, by the
yeah.
way,
It wasn't a
Jen-
60. I put 30 mils down right in that shift. That stuff was
Down
so.
the hatch.
And I do
Yeah.
mention she is using the Sherman RDA with some monsters in it. She
Oh,
runs
yeah.
it
Oh, yeah.
All right.
30 something.
way too low. These are, I think, 5 or 6 millimeter coils.
Some beastie ones.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Gator Board for the tip.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gator's
Very
awesome. Gotta
nice.
start with Gator.
So what you got over there, Corey? What you vaping on tonight, bro?
Let's see. Hold on, I'm grabbing one of my liquids out of the drawer.
And box it's transistor.
First one I got is
No, I'm with you.
White Dreamer Drop Dead with some Supreme Sours, Sour Rainbow. I got my Lazy Vapor single. It's dripping all over the place. Jesus Christ! A single 21700 with the Flav 24, and inside of there I got vanilla bourbon custard from one of my buddies, and then let's see. Got my Evo with the gear with some Nazo, and then
Who makes that?
I don't know, some fucking shit company, I guess. I don't think. And then brought this bag back out. I know he's a little dirty, but my Brizzo
Hey, I've seen that before.
with the transistor Brizzo with the APOC 25, gator board drip tip. Inside
Is
of
that
there,
real gold in there?
maybe.
Ooh,
And then,
fancy.
and then inside of there, I got some Guerrilla Warfare, the .270 strawberry. It's like their frosted flaky pastry with strawberry in it. And then got my Monarch with the Rico Rebel. Inside of there, I got some fried Oreo.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's all I got.
Well, I got a couple setups tonight. First one, you guys seen this in the cloud check I threw up on IG this morning. Got the Notion MTL from Tenacious TX Vapes, little 18350 with the Littlefoot MTL RTA on top. Got some 12 milligram butterscotch custard from my man Overdrip on the inside. Absolutely love that stuff. Next setup, you guys seen this also in the cloud check. Brought this thing back out. The Rig V3 Goon 24. Got a Half Moon Mods drip tip on top of that. And shout outs to IBC because I'm rocking some of that Millionaire Mango Super Steep because glass bottle, so you know this is old because they don't even do glass bottles anymore. And this stuff is still extra, extra delicious. Loving that. Next one, got the Kendi Ruby 21 with a nice patina going on there. Got a, actually threw a Turk tip on there just because I like the low pro type tips. And got some, boom, Banana Land. Boule Bolu, one of my all-time favorites right now. You guys already know. I talk about it all the time. And last but not least, Shed Time. My Aspen Modco Monarch with the Asgard 25 on top. Got a Moss chop top tip and some Turkish Harvest on the inside. Apple butterscotch. Love this stuff and just love this setup. This is like my go-to. This is what I always vape on when I'm right here in front of the computer. This is the go-to setup right here. But other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. I think that's all I'm vaping on tonight. With that being said, let's do quick shout-outs of our amazing sponsors. I will do the bumpers, but I don't want to screw up Streamlabs right now. I've got it working, so we're just going to roll with it. But, of course, huge shout-out to OPMH. You guys already know we've partnered up with them to be bringing you guys all the information coming from them when it comes to new liquids and stuff like that. Of course, if you guys are interested in, wholesale or distribution, you can check them out at opmhproject.com. Of course, we'll be telling you guys about those new fountain flavors that are coming very soon. We will be the first ones to get our hands on them, try them out, and let you guys know what they're all about. So definitely stay tuned for that. Also, huge shout out to IBC, aka Independent Vapor Company, for holding it down for us. Make sure you guys go over there to their website, check them out. You can grab up some of their delicious Parade Maker, Bubs, and plenty of their other lines along with some affiliates as well. You can also pick up some OPMH Project liquids there like the Fountain and a couple others as well. So big shout outs to IBC. And with that being said, it's time for that favorite segment, everybody's favorite segment, at least it's my favorite segment. It's time for What's in the News, Poon Sauce.
Okay, so there's a thing that's been kind of going around. It's not quite vape related, but kind of still relates to our industry because I would say the CBD industry is still a part of the vape industry since you've started to notice a lot of, with what's going on in this industry right now, that a lot of companies have kind of moved over to the CBD and the cannabis side of things. So this is one thing that really caught my attention because obviously all of us are probably a lot really pro-military of everybody who serves and everything, where these people are taking their time to pretty much do it. Wow, can't talk. Pretty much fight for our country when we're not able to. And right now, the military is kind of going against CBD products, which is kind of alarming to me because obviously we know all the positives that come with CBD when it's like fighting for pain and like those people in the military suffer sometimes from like post-traumatic stress disorder and like different kind of pains that they go through with actually serving the country, with being overseas and all that. So it's kind of an alarming thing that the government really isn't, because last year hemp was removed from the list of controlled substances. Yeah, see, word.
I got you, Corey.
So then we were thinking, okay, so since they were removed from the list, then we all thought hemp was going to be more reasonable for people to get their hands on stuff. And of course, people in the military were ones that we thought would be able to get their hands on it, because there are a good majority of the community who I would think needs it, because all the stuff because it's not just by like vaping it or smoking it or anything. They have lotions, like oils and stuff. Like look at Animal Helping Friendly line.
Yeah.
They have gummies, salves.
It could help with many different aspects of life when it comes down to pain management, comes down to, you know, people that may be suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, from PTSD. You know, it could help with some anxiety issues that people may have, stress issues and stuff like that. Like CBD is a very, you know, versatile substance that could be used for many, many applications. And I kind of see where you're getting at with this, Corey. It's unfortunate that they want to go back on something that they've already made a decision on and say, oh, well, you know what, on second thought, let's not let our soldiers get a hold of these CBD products, because there is that slight possibility that they will pop positive for THC. You know, because there are some, you know, CBD products out there that do still have trace amounts of THC in them. But me personally, I think it's kind of shitty that they're going about it like this, because this is something that could ultimately help our soldiers with many different aspects, you know, when it comes to pain relief, you know, like I said, dealing with PTSD or any of these other sort of disorders or, you know, issues that come along with serving our country. And, you know, taking that away from them, for me personally, is just a bad move. I know it's something that a lot of professional athletes have started to use. So why can't, you know, our soldiers that go out there and, you know, put their life on the line for every single one of us here for our rights, and yet we're going to take their right away from using this, you know, this product that could ultimately help them in any sort of way, you know, depending on what it is. What are some of your guys' thoughts on this?
I got two things. First is a story, since I work at the shop and
Absolutely.
sell CBD to customers. This is what I've seen CBD do for someone. There's a guy that comes in every couple of weeks and buys a new bottle of tincture. Back in 2012, he was hit by a bus. Okay?
Whoa.
Split his bladder in half. They had to re-sew it back together. Okay? This messed up all the nerves and everything that was going on, especially with him having to go to the bathroom. This guy would go to the bathroom every hour, I think it was, because there's no nerve telling him, like, hey, your bladder's full, you should go pee. So he would get triggered to go pee all the time. He takes the tincture. He got his life back. He doesn't have to go to the bathroom but every 8 hours a day. He's like, it's almost like clockwork. He's like, you got to think about it. Before, my buddies want to go on a boat. I can't go on a boat. You know what I mean? Like, if you're afraid to pee in the water or something, you know, just like you can't go to parties, you want to go on a road trip. Do you think someone's on a road trip with you every hour stopping to go to the bathroom? He's like, I had to make, and it would just, as soon as his bladder told him he had to go to the bathroom, he'd have 5 minutes. He had 5 minutes to really find out where he was going, or else he'd mess.
He lost all control.
CBD got him his life back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also with the whole, my thoughts on the military thing, like, I'm not going to get a DUI for drinking O'Doul's. You know what I mean? This stuff's not getting anybody high. It's really not. So I don't understand how they can, like, pop them on the test. But there's also different strains of CBD. You got full spectrum. You got broad spectrum. There's an isolate. Isolate is completely wiped out. If you get popped on a test and they say it's isolate, they're not giving you the right information on what's in your stuff. I know personally for us, we test every batch that we make. It gets sent out. It's on the website, and you can tell what we're telling you is in it is actually in it. So if you're looking for some CBD isolate because you can't fail a drug test, I'm the guy to come to.
Helping friendly, bro. Helping friendly.
Right.
But yeah, like, kind of to add to that point, Dan, it's just like, with even if they are using like a full spectrum or something that does have trace amounts of THC, it is in no way and a big enough amount
Totally agree.
to affect anybody. You know
I
what
agree.
I mean? And they would be able to notice that when they do the testing and get their results by the small amount that's in there, and yet they're still going to say that, you know, yeah, this guy's smoking. When in reality, you could see that, like, to have that small amount you'd either have to have smoked months and months and months ago and it's just barely coming out of your system, or like we're saying, you're just taking a tincture that has very, very small amounts in it. Because I don't know what the exact percentage is, Dan, you probably would know. What is the legal amount of THC that could be in like a full spectrum?
0.3 and under. If it's above 0.3, I can't have it on the shelf. It'd be illegal.
Yeah. So even that 0.3%, right? That's a very, very, very small percentage, guys. And like for them to take that and totally disqualify CBD from any military use just because of that very, very small percentage, I think is pretty fucking stupid.
The amount of people I see it help is awesome. I have more and more people coming in every day asking about CBD, and I, talk to them and walk them through what ails you, find you something that's going to work for you. And then they come back and they're like, I can't believe that it does what it does.
It's crazy.
Awesome to see, man.
It is.
Spotted is becoming such an accepted. I mean, like recently, there's airports who were actually thinking about starting to carry CBD products inside the airport, so everybody is able to get their hands on it. It's like
shit.
It blows my mind to see something that's going in such a positive direction. You can see what it's doing for people.
Someone posted a picture not too long ago, and it was like a statistic. If marijuana was legal in all 50 states, Big Pharma or something would lose out on like trillions of dollars, because people would take that option, take a CBD option instead of going and getting prescribed pills and then addicted to opiates and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be insane.
Well, and that's exactly why we're facing, such hurdles with it, is because doing everything that they can to not. About a week ago, she said, hey, what's all this CBD I've been hearing about? Can you send us some? We want to try it. And I said, yes, finally, I've been trying to get you guys to use it for years now. And so I sent her some tincture. I sent her some tea from Bish Better Have My Honey, really California.
Catchy name.
She said, so she tried the tea and was able to wake up in the morning and flex her hands and not feel like they were going to explode. So
that's awesome.
This text message saying, thank you so much. I finally feel like I can move my hands. And just to see that, especially with someone that you love.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the world, So why would you keep these products from a group of people that 22, I think, I haven't read up on the stats recently, but isn't it 22 veterans every day commit suicide?
About. It sounds about right.
If anything else in our country was committing suicide, there would be some action on it.
Yeah.
Is now people, they go to the VA and they just get fed Prozac, which makes it worse, in my opinion.
I agree with you 100%.
Like statistic that's crazy. A good portion of the percentage of homelessness is veterans, and that's something that is I wouldn't even be able to imagine, because like I drive in the city of Chicago. You know how many veterans I see on the streets out there with little like plastic 7-Eleven or like any kind of gas station cup at like begging for change with the cardboard in their hand saying a veteran, and they're living under an overpass somewhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, actually, Anthony said something pretty cool in chat. He's like, a guy came into my shop with Parkinson's. He was shaking. He took some CBD in the shop, stopped shaking. It was amazing to see. Wow. And this is something that I've actually seen quite a bit. I've seen, videos on YouTube about it and stuff like that, where people with Parkinson's use CBD and it helps mask their symptoms to where they're able to go about their daily life without having the crazy tremors or whatever else that's going on with it. And it's a product that works, guys. It works in many different ways. And, and it also affects different people differently. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing that you might need to do your research, figure out what it is that you're exactly looking for, what exactly you're trying to use it for, and see what's the best product for you in that aspect. But, yeah, Corey, I'm with you on this, man. I think it's blasphemy that they're going to do this, man, especially to the people that serve and, fight for a country, put their lives on the line. You know what I mean? Like
something that will help them.
Yeah.
Don't just medicate them.
It's pretty sad to see, but you know, at the end of the day, guys, this is things that we've been dealing with for a while. We've been fighting, you know, for our right to vape, and now soldiers are going to be fighting for their right to use the CBD products. There's always going to be that fight, guys, and we always have to make sure that, you know, if it's something that we truly believe in, we got to stand up and fight for what we believe in, and we can't just let it happen. You know, we got to let our voices be heard, as my man Shane Oakley would say. So if you guys have something to say about, write your representatives, let them know how you feel about certain situations, whether it comes to your state or, you know, even just on a federal level, guys. There's plenty of, you know, outlets out there. I know Addy Tooney always drops the links in there where you can get a hold of your local representatives. And, you know, if this is something that you know, feel pretty strongly about, write your representatives about it. Let them know how you feel, you know. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're just going to be left in the same place you are. But at least if you get your word out, your point out there, at least somebody's going to hear it. Especially if you write a letter, because then someone's got to physically open it and actually read the letter. So that's a great way to go about it as well. So anything else anybody else wants to add to this before we kind of, you know, slide on to our next segment?
Just like Dan said earlier, make sure you like check their test results to make sure you're getting legit stuff, because honestly there's some shady companies out there, as we're seeing with some of the other issues that are going on within vaping.
Yeah,
so make sure you know what you're getting.
If you need legit stuff, slide into these DMs right here.
I'll slide into them DMs, bro.
Testing on every batch coming out. It's more expensive, but it's worth it, so you know what you're putting into your body.
It's more expensive, but it's a reliable source.
Right. It's worth it in the end, instead of getting the Amazon CBD and Joe Schmo gave it a 5-star review over here. Like, don't listen to that fucking bum.
So
I don't want to
go
on Amazon and look up CBD.
I know there was one other little topic that we want to kind of talk about before we, you know, kind of move into our guest here. This is something that you brought up, Dan. So I'll kind of just throw it off to you and let you kind of introduce what we're going to talk about here.
Oh yeah. I don't know if anyone's seen. I don't watch a lot of news stuff, but it popped up. It's been everywhere. The rainforest is on fire and has been for 3 or 4 weeks now, something like that. So wanted to talk a little bit about it. This is what I know, and anyone in chat can correct me if I'm wrong. And this is what I took from it. The indigenous people of the rainforest were fighting for their rights to stay at their home. Okay. And they won, and then some. I don't know who did it, or if it was a retaliation thing or something. But the rainforest caught on fire, and I'm pretty sure those people had to move out of their homes. So we don't know. I don't know if it's like government or something like that. I just wanted to bring it up and talk a little bit about it. And it looks like Taylor has something to say. So over to her. She's like, calling me.
Yeah. So there is a lot of. I kind of. You know, I try not to watch the news. I get way too affected by it, really easily depressed. So I have been loosely following this topic, and there is evidence that supports that it was started by their government, and that this is, you know, in line with all of their plans, however sinister they may be.
That's crazy, because I think the statistic out there is that the Amazon produces 20% of the Earth's oxygen, at least 20%. You think about that, if the Amazon's gone, I feel like that. Think how much that can affect this planet. It's not about affecting countries or anything. This would affect everybody, no matter what is happening. And like you see it happen in California. James, I know you know a lot about that because you see it all the time, probably.
Dude,
I remember when I was out there for ACC last year, we actually flew through one. It's some of the weird, it's crazy because it's not like a regular, like, doesn't look like a cloud, but then when you're flying over the smoke, you could smell like burning wood inside your plane. And it just puts into realization of what is actually going on in this world. I mean, you look at, I believe it's Greenland, Greenland or Iceland, where they have their glaciers that are melting. It's everything that is happening with the Amazon, with everything in general, how this planet is being affected by us humans is insane. It's one of those things to where I feel like everybody as a human being needs to, like, we all need to do more in every aspect of, like, knowing how to properly like recycle and all that stuff that we can do to save this planet.
Yeah, well, this is one thing that I kind of wanted to add to, because I was having did have a little back and forth conversation with some of our moderators earlier about this specific subject, and there were some good points that were brought up, because the rainforest being on fire, this is something that's actually been consistently happening for, since like 2008. There's actually a Forbes article that my buddy Sean, shout outs to Sean Typhon, he sent me, and it shows that it goes back years. This is something that's been happening for a while, but it's not until a lot of these high profile celebrities started backing it and posting about it till it started getting a lot more public knowledge. Like, because personally, I didn't know about this until this article came out that Dan's talking about. But yet, like I said, Sean posted this thing from Forbes saying that this is something that's been going on for a long time, and it's kind of crazy because it just shows you that media can be manipulated. And this is something that we're dealing with here in the vape industry. The way that, studies come out and they pick certain things out of them and they go and run with that instead of talking about the whole situation. It's kind of a very similar type of thing. Like, they're just touching on this small point right now with this, like Leonardo DiCaprio's foundation is, pledging $5 million to aid the Amazon. But yet, where was this at 10 years ago when the same situation was happening? Why didn't we do anything about it then? How come it's all of a sudden now, just because these high profile celebrities are all of a sudden all about it? Why couldn't we have been about it beforehand? Why do we have to wait till, Leo went out there and just said, oh, we got to do something about this? No, we should have done that a long time ago. Same thing like when it comes down to the whole vaping industry. A lot of the whole regulation stuff, there's a lot of things that we should have done as an industry beforehand to kind of set us up better for the situations that we're going into now. And now it's like we're kind of just having to, play catch up. And we're like, oh, well, okay, this is what we got to do, But it's like, this just shows you that the media can manipulate and show you what they want to show you of a certain situation. Even though, like with the whole vaping thing, we all know the facts, because we sit here and we do the research and we read the entire study, not just one small piece of it. But a lot of people out there don't know these whole studies, so they just see that one news article go up and they believe it for truth. It's 100% true because it's on the news. When
it's
in reality,
not even that
it's not.
far. Most people just get as far as the headline, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great point. Great point.
Headline.
Well, I think people, especially nowadays, have been so spoiled, thinking, if it's in the news, then it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Just read this headline, and they automatically trust it. No one's ever inspired to really dig into it and investigate for themselves and say, hey, what's really happening here? Because what's really happening is, the forest is burning down and the government's regulating an entire life-saving industry out of business so that big pharma and big tobacco can retain their profits.
Just to kind of touch on a point real quick, Overdrip says, I think the fires before were naturally occurring. Now they are being lit to gain agricultural land. I might be wrong. And even to that point, go ahead.
I was going to say, as far as I know, they were doing that before, and then with the new regime of president and whatever, they stopped doing it. The current president decided we're going to fucking start up again. So it's just one of those things of, they've kind of had laws come up that say we're not going to start like raising the Amazon, and then they start taking it back, and it's just kind of been a back and forth with their government.
Yeah, right here too. Sean says the fires are often set to control pests and to clear land. Much of what we're seeing is that some of it may be nefarious. And I get you. I see both sides of it, because like I do know that they do tend to do some of these controlled burns, as they want to call them, to like Sean says, get rid of pests or clear a space of land or whatever. But at the same time, some of these are getting beyond their reach and turning into bigger fires.
Burn, this shit wouldn't be burning for 3 weeks.
No, and that's what I'm saying is some of them start off as these controlled burns, but they get out of hand way too quick, whether it be the wind being a factor or just being a dry landscape, because without all of the foliage.
Okay,
I don't know why
in the Amazon though, it's extremely wet, so for it to like just wildly.
But the thing is it's not as as it's not as wet and as like moist. There's not as much moisture there as there used to be because of all these fires that have been happening.
Yeah,
That's
I could give
part
you
of
that.
the article that I
I'm
was
just
reading
saying, like
through.
compared to California, where it's just straight up
Dude,
dry
it's
half
the
of the
same
time,
thing,
that
dude.
just-
It's the same thing that's
'Cause
happening
I
out here.
grew up during some of those fires. I was still living in California during some
Dude,
of that.
last
That
year
was-
I was on my way home from work one time and one of those fires
Yeah.
came up. It took me 5 hours to get home on my normal hour drive.
Yeah,
It
you were
was-
in Zoom with us, and we
yeah.
got to see the
And you could
fires. Like
see
it was just
you
glowing
literally
orange.
could see the fire like on the side of the road, and like I had nowhere to go. There's only one way home, and I literally just had to sit there and just wait.
So, Vaping Irish in the chat says most of these burns are done for the beef industry, which is like so disgustingly ironic, right?
Yeah.
Animal culture, which is the biggest contributor to global warming, like any
Yep.
strain on our resources, is literally killing the Amazon so that people can eat meat.
Which, okay, so personally, if anyone didn't know, I don't eat beef or pork. I
either.
gave
I
it up
don't
like
eat
2
any meat.
years ago. I watched some documentaries and learned a couple things. And one of them, if you want a good documentary to watch, Cowspiracy is a very good one to watch. And they talk about how, because what have we always been told growing up? We got to go to electric cars because the fossil fuels are killing the ozone and stuff. And once you look at like the data, it's like, no, they're burning down rainforests to put beef industries in because more and more people are eating beef and pork in the U.S. Like, you know what I mean?
And then they're taking away the the things that are creating oxygen and putting more things that are creating methane.
Yep.
Which is one of the biggest parts of the whole greenhouse effect is all the methane gas that's being pumped into the atmosphere, and then the loss of oxygen that's happening because of the rainforest burning. It's a lose-lose situation there.
Yeah. If anyone wants to know more, watch Cowspiracy. There's also other documentaries about the beef industry. You could learn, like we always say, the more you know, the better you do. And
Absolutely.
I didn't do very good for a very long time because I didn't know. So I got educated on some things and made some different life decisions in what I intake. Obviously, I still eat bread, or else I wouldn't have this phenomenal dad body.
Got to add those carbs, bro.
And pastas, we're like this.
Yeah,
we don't
dude.
mess around.
All the pasta.
All the pasta.
The bottom of the pyramid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the funny thing when you watch these documentaries, that pyramid that they've been told that's what we're supposed
It's
to
all a lie.
It's
It's
flipped
upside down.
Yeah.
Except for it's like
sweets and stuff. Yeah.
except for the sweets. That's your
Yeah.
stays.
Like, didn't they redo that a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I think
Not
they
even a
did.
pyramid anymore.
Yeah, ouch. I wouldn't even know, man. I'm not even gonna go into my diet because shit,
Yeah, we need, bro.
dude.
He
you
stays that
would
skinny by
think I would be like 200 pounds with the amount of junk that I consume, but my metabolism is just like crazy. So I'm lucked
I
out.
think I have a thyroid issue.
Dude, I'm gonna be paying for it in like my late 40s. I already know it.
It just all hits you.
All of a sudden, I'm just gonna blow up like a balloon. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be
Your
crazy.
metabolism is like, well, man, we had a good run.
Yeah, we had a good run, but now you're on your own.
A lot of in and outs. All right, sounds good.
All right, so if you guys want to read up more about that, Liv, if you could post that link that Dan threw in the chat earlier for you, that would be awesome. You guys can go there, read up some more on it, and all that good stuff. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna talk to our lovely guest about straight up e-liquid, a new line that I recently got to try out. I actually tried it for the first time at NVE, which was pretty awesome. Or actually, was it NVE or was it no? Strike
Sounds
that.
right.
That was ECC last time around when me and Corey were there. I believe was the last time I tried it.
Like this time last
It was-
year or something?
You guys were there with. Oh no, it was NVE
you guys
because
had
you
the
guys
line,
had the
though.
booth. You guys had the booth with
Yeah.
Eric. It was at NVE.
Yeah.
I can't remember. They all blend together now. But yeah,
Their tester
funny how
mods
that
were
works.
Brizzos.
that was the
Tester
coolest
mods were
part, bro.
Brizzos.
You walk up and you get to
Get outta
taste your straight up e-liquid on a Brizzo. Bro. It's like great experience, and you're gonna get great flavor out of it because you get RDA, the whole thing.
The hive tanks were on them. That was sweet.
I gotta say, guys,
I've
like,
actually changed that.
oh,
Changed it. Now I have 2 Brizzos, a grip, and a Vindicator.
very nice.
And I do use RDAs with them, and I use round wire in the RDAs.
There you go.
And it seems to there's less possibility of hot spots and whatnot.
Not only that, but if you can get a great like flavor experience off of round wire, it's only going to be amplified if you put like a Clapton or like an Alien in there. So with that being said, I didn't know that there's just round wire builds in there. There's some legit.
Dylan special.
There's some legit liquids, guys, because even off some round wire, they taste pretty damn delicious. I gotta say, I think the cake was my favorite personally.
The cake
I really
in 18
enjoyed the
milligram is pretty. It's fun.
Dude, I think I might need to get some. I think I
It'll
might need to
drip
get
to
some.
18.
Yeah, don't try not to drip the 18.
Or in
Whoa.
2015, but not that 2015.
That's brutal right there, man. That's
Yeah.
brutal.
So all I'm doing is hot wires, 20 gauge, wrap, 3.5 mil spaced, so no hot spots, no burning cotton, stuff like that.
Very nice.
Just playing it ahead, and
I have a question.
Why are you raising your hand?
Like because I.
Because
Why are
he
you?
wants to
raise
raise
his
his hand,
hand?
Corey? Who made you the hand
Corey,
raising?
You're on
police?
this side.
Corey, now to speak, you must raise your hand for the rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to
Corey
raise-
wants to talk camping trips now.
Yeah, we're going. You guys didn't know? Me and Corey are going camping. Oh yeah.
Don't ask, don't tell.
I've only talked to you guys at shows and stuff. We've met a couple times. I know Taylor, Dylan. I know you do Broadside.
Mhm.
Yes. What is your job at Broadside? Did you create Broadside? I don't know the story.
So I did create it. I did create it with BJ Box Mods, and they created that subsidiary. And I pretty much run the show, all the being invoicing, any marketing, limited runs of engravings. I kind of work with.
And how old are you?
25.
Dude, that's impressive, man.
26.
Didn't you just have his birthday?
My birthday is last week. I forgot already.
That's
Like
impressive,
25.
man. That's
That is,
Uh,
man.
So I did end up. I created the logo and kind of the scheme behind it. But it wasn't just me on the actual design of the mods. But yeah, all the marketing, the branding, everything like that is all from in here. And
nice.
yeah, so but mech mods in general right now are just slow. It's kind of the way the industry is right now. It's all full circle, right? So
Yeah.
you start with these Sigalikes, the high Nick stuff, and it moves into these bigger tanks, same high Nick stuff, and then in bigger tanks, stuff like that. I remember like a couple years ago, Squamps were big. Then they went away for a while, and then they came back with vengeance
Yeah.
last year.
Dude, they came back hard last year.
So hard. And now the Salt Neck really kind of threw a wrench in it, but it was still that same Sigalite type thing. Now we're getting more into, the tanks, the coils. The Orion, the Orchid, all those new
Like
Sig
little all-in-one systems like the Smoans and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So, so now it's kind of the dip for the mech mods, but it's going to be coming back soon.
Yeah, it'll be coming back around, man. It'll definitely be
it's
coming
just-
back around. I'm just
There's
waiting
only
for
so
that.
much time I can spend with a Salt Nick device or mouth to lung. I need
Yeah.
clouds at some point in time with really good flavor.
I'm waiting for that big RDA boom to happen again. That's what I'm waiting for.
I can't wait.
Oh,
Dude,
I'm looking forward to it.
Because that's me, bro. RDAs, mech mods, that's my style, bro. That's my
Exactly.
go-to. So as soon as that happens, I'm gonna be stoked, man.
Didn't we
super
just
stoked.
have this conversation?
We did.
We're done with pods.
We did.
So I lived with a box modder. It was like built. BJ Box Mods. I don't know what you guys know about that, but it was just big dumbass boxes, and then all I used was mech mods. And he would make fun of me, and then he saw that mech mods had, and we were like, let's make a mech mod.
Nice.
Now they're booming.
It's,
You see broadsides everywhere now, man.
It'll wear you down. Mech
So,
mod.
when did broadside actually like come into fruition? Like, was it something you guys talked about for a while, or was it just like, we have an idea, you guys came up with it and then just ran with it from there, or was it kind of a process?
It was let's make a mech and then we took a month or so to really hammer out like what kind of mech mod, what kind of vision we had, and it was all about safety and reliability. Like the safety was first. All these people having their mech mods blow up. We were like, we can create something that's not going to have that happen. So the original broadside, Elrin sleeve in it, 510 pin that was adjustable. It was all about the safety, and then SY was really big, and so we kind of took that design and just improved it. We kind of changed it a lot and improved on it, and really made it what it is today. And the popularity of the original design is still competitive with any mod today in terms of voltage drop and all that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You guys made a solid product for sure.
So that was 2016, and our first broadside sale was August 8th, 2016.
That's crazy, man.
Right
Perfect day
under
to
that
do it
time.
though, right?
Yeah, we didn't know. Like we didn't
Yeah,
know
at that time, yeah.
the timeline. Like that's how it was going to go, but it just so happened that we were in there. And
Well, that's awesome to hear. So you guys are pre-88 then.
at least the broadside is.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's little known fact. Learn something new every day.
But the FDA is going to say no to mech mods.
That's going to be a whole another fucking
But
That's
situation
one of the
there,
first
man.
things to go, and we all know.
But I
it.
do have flashlights available if you guys are in need.
Yeah, dude. Flashlights. Yeah, dude. That's
So
what
I'm
they're
worried-
going to be changed to. Flashlights.
Free flashlights if you're interested in that.
Oh, there you go.
And yeah,
Perfect size.
perfect size. That's how we're going to package it next.
There you go. So let's go ahead and kind of switch things and talk to you, Taylor, a little bit about straight up e-liquid, because I know I had a chance to talk with you here and there at the show, and we've met a few times and stuff like that. But kind of tell people how that all came to be.
So it's mostly Dylan's brainchild. I just kind of stepped in and said, let me support you with my brilliant ideas. But something simple, because I don't know about anyone else, but while I certainly appreciate these complex flavors, the longest time I just wanted a plain cake, like no vanilla fudge, strawberry icing, no raspberry drizzle, no hint of lemon, just give me some cake.
Yeah.
So that's what Dylan made with the cake, and that's been our baby. And a couple of other straightforward, non-intimidating flavors. So that if someone is smoking cigarettes and walks into a vape shop, they can say, oh, I don't know, give me apple, or give me cake, or give me candy. And, the clerk in that store can say, hey, got this for you.
Yeah.
Here you- and they're all set. And then with the, with the salt nicotine going around, on the back end of it, my other job is selling nicotine for the largest nicotine manufacturer worldwide. So I'm privy to a lot of people's formulations and seeing what's going into some of these salt nic formulas is just kind of creepy. There's not enough information on whether it's completely safe. There's no studies on long-term use. I wouldn't want to put that into my body. So we did straight up unsalted in the high milligram, 12 and 18, to kind of put side by side on the shelves with salt, and maybe get people who should still be on 3 milligram, but somehow, ramped up to 50 milligrams in a device. Let's get them back on the right path. Let's transition them off nicotine.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I've recently started doing myself, is because I kind of got on that Nick Salt train, like a lot of other people I'm sure did. And there was times where, like, if I didn't have my pod system in my hand, I would get anxious. Or I'd have to always have it. Like, if I walked out of my room, first thing I'm looking for is, like, my Infinix or something with some Nick Salts in it. And I was consistently, all the time,
Yeah.
vaping on the thing.
And then,
So, girl, I'm suffering right now. Dylan, like, slyly took my Miley out of my reach. I don't know where it is, and so back to me right now.
But that was something that I was kind of dealing with. Something that I started to notice was the dependency on the salt nick compared to like I would pick up my regular 3 milligram device, hit it, and set it down. The next thing you know, I've got that salt nick thing back in my hand. And
well, it's way more of an instant gratification
exactly
than traditional nicotine. You know, it's way higher bioavailability. So it gets to your brain a lot faster, and your brain says, "Oh, more of that, please."
Yeah, exactly. And I've kind of noticed a little bit towards the end because I was vaping, so much, and 50 milligram nic salts, and I'd consistently I would give myself headaches because I'd sit there and I'd just consistently hit it instead of hitting it, waiting a few seconds for that satisfaction to hit. I'd just be consistently ripping it until next thing you know, I got a headache. So as soon as that really started happening, I got rid of the nic salts, found some 12 milligram. Actually, big shout out to some of mine, Overdrip in the chat, because he's actually sent me some 12 milligram of his vanilla custard, and ever since then, I haven't touched a nic salt since. I've been on regular nicotine, 12 milligram, in all of my pod systems, and I still get that satisfaction that I'm looking for without having to sit here and hold it in my hand 24 hours a day. I could take a hit off of it, set it down for 20-30 minutes and not even think about it, compared to like when I had my salt nick device. I'd take a hit, set it down, 5 minutes later I'm picking it up again. So I definitely am super stoked to see that you guys are starting to release a higher milligram, just regular nicotine, because that's something that you don't see quite as often anymore. It used to be a little bit bigger back when vaping first started. You can get anything anywhere from a 3 to like a 24 or even higher in regular nicotine, and now it's just like 0, 3, and 6. That's it. Very, very few companies have that higher milligram option, and I love that you guys went out there and did that, because you guys are reaching a whole different side of the market that is being just overlooked, and that I think really needs more eyes on, and a lot of people need to gravitate more towards this higher milligram regular nicotine compared to that salt nic, because like you said, it hits you so much quicker, and just like you said, there's so much more unknown about that salt nic than there is about the regular nicotine that we've been using for 10 plus years. So I'm glad to see that you guys went down that road for sure. Definitely
Question:
did that.
How long you guys been vaping?
Good question.
Oh, that's a good question.
Probably
How did you discover vaping?
summer of 2014. I was living in a halfway house, and somebody had one, and I was like, what is that? It's a vape. I went to the mall and got one or whatever. Well, that's cool. And so I actually had two different friends. One gave me a tank. One gave me it's an EVOD, right?
Mm-hmm.
EVOD tank and battery. And then me and a buddy went to the mall and I got melon baller. It's just like a melon flavor. And I vaped that and 18 milligram for a little while, and that was kind of the beginning right there. I smoked cigarettes like a motherfucker still, but
Dude, I did too when I first tried to make the switch. Like, it was dual use for a very long time.
That's what I used to tell customers that too when I was in the vape shop. I would be adamant about, like, please continue to smoke, because if you try and stop, you're gonna quit vaping and go right back to a cigarette and forget about the vape. It's continue to smoke. It's breaking the habits. Smoking when you're driving, after you eat, in the morning. Those are the three times when it's most important to, like, reach for the vape instead of a cigarette.
Yeah.
It took
We
a long
actually
time.
had somebody in chat who, when you used to work at the shop, you're one of the people who helped him quit smoking.
Oh, who?
Let's see. I don't know if Chris is still in here. Chris, Mr. Tuna. Where is Tuna?
Oh, yeah, I saw that question, and yes, the juice is available at Smoke Free Nation.
Mm-hmm.
There
So
you go.
back when you used to work, Dylan used to work at Smoke Free Nation, right?
Chris Storms. Hold on a second.
Yeah, dude. He's from Boston, kid.
It's from Boston, dude.
He's from Boston.
Yeah.
He's from Boston, but he lives in Maryland.
Okay. So, Chris, were you in the shop just like 2 days ago on Friday?
He could have been. He could have been.
Because there's two guys that have the last name Storms, I believe.
Well, his last name's not actually Storm. That's just what he goes
Okay.
by here.
Because I was at the shop.
It's just what it
I was
says
working
on the
at.
internet.
I was hanging out there, and and the guy comes in. You ask for your name for your reward program, and I believe it was Chris Storms. But
If that's you, bro, let him know.
him.
Say what's up, dude.
anyway, yeah, that's awesome. I think
He's still doing the thing. He's still vaping, man, and you're the
Yeah.
one that showed him the
Yeah,
way.
hell yeah.
That's awesome, dude. He said,
What
no,
it's
it wasn't
all
me.
about.
He said, used to work
Yeah.
at the...
The Finksburg store.
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
I worked in a vape shop 7 days a week for
I'm not taking her out anymore.
more than a year and a half. I took off Easter and Christmas, and that was it.
So Taylor, how did you find vaping?
So I smoked about a pack a day, half a pack a day, since I was like 13. So, family smoked, I've smoked, and I just wanted to stop. So, I think it was 2013, 2014. It was like the first generation blue device, just like a little ceramic looking cigarette type thing. They tasted awful. They were a pain in the butt. So I tried that for a couple of days and I said, no, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. So I went to a shop that was just opening down the street from me. He set me up with a ink and some Space Jam juice. And, it didn't really hit the spot for me. So I came back and I said, give me the best, most expensive juice that you have. And so they gave me Palms Castle Long, and
That's a long reserve.
that was before
No.
Reserve. It was just plain old Castle Long. And I vaped that for, I think, like a year straight, and quit smoking pretty easily.
Nice. So my next question is, when did you meet this handsome, tall drink of water next to you?
I met this guy. Well, so at first, this is a complicated question. I don't know if we have time.
Yeah. Is your
This
wife
was-
All
around?
right. When did the tall drink of water sweep you off your feet? To say.
We first met in Dallas, I think. Showcase Dallas.
Which
That
one?
was the show where literally everyone got sick. With a weird kind of flu. And then we kind of talked. We saw each other at shows here and there, and I don't know. He just kept bugging me.
It was actually not even a vape show. It was the Brooklyn Vape and Hookah. And I had been invited by Chemo from Mythology Cloud. He told me to come up, and I did, and then that was kind of. We were in a really obnoxiously loud Latin American bar at like 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, the only place open.
And it was just like full of hookers.
I
there
didn't
was-
see the hooker.
Sounds like a party.
It was all these like old
They were
Mexican guys, and then
nice
just like these
ladies.
beautiful women that were just like, well,
Sugar daddies.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's where it began.
And it's all history from there, huh?
All downhill from there.
Amen, sister.
Well,
Yeah, is your wife around, Dan?
No, no, she's in bed. I don't have a wife, just for the stipulation here. I have a baby mama. That's right.
You
And
know,
the BMs.
we just
The BM.
you have an old lady.
yeah.
Yes.
No one likes to be. No one likes.
No one likes that. I never call her that. That's honey.
I don't know. That's
That's
My
babe.
wife likes it. She doesn't mind if I call
Were
her my
you
old lady.
raised in a motorcycle club?
I was old lady. That's
Old
exactly
lady's
what it
really
is.
tugging on the chains over here. So
Dan
what
has a
next?
roommate with benefits. That's what he has.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool game.
And they share a child.
You know,
Which is
we
the
do
best thing.
things in the bedroom, then we high five and say good game and go about our business.
Very nice. Sounds like a good relationship.
Yeah. Everything's better with high fives.
Always.
You know that.
Dude,
Always.
the crispest
Always.
of high
The
fives,
crispest
bro. The
of high
crispest.
You just got to look at the elbow.
Yeah. Look at the elbow.
So-
Perfect high five every time. He knows.
Every time.
He knows.
No,
So,
I didn't know there was a secret to that.
yeah.
By the way, guys, we put a discount code on the site for y'all.
yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm just gonna put it in the
Appreciate
chat.
that.
Very nice, guys. Go take advantage of it. Go try their line, guys. The straight up line is delicious. All three of the liquids that I had the pleasure of trying at NVE, they were all great. I personally think the cake was my favorite out of the three. The cake is really good, and like Taylor said, it's straight up cake. Just
The apple is
100% cake.
legit.
You're not getting like you said, raspberry drizzles or fudge. It's just cake, guys, and it is pretty damn good. So go check
I went
it out.
through when I first got it at NVE. I went through the candy so quick. It's really just a straight up good candy, and this I like the cake and the higher nick. Like it's just there's something about it. It's everything's
So
right in the
satisfying.
world. Yeah. So what's next for straight up e-liquid and broadside? Well, you guys got anything new? Are you making any more flavors?
So we just did the high neck, right? So that's 12 stuff. And we just came out with the Midnight Mama,
Oh
which
yes.
is doing extremely well. And Corey did something.
Corey stared. Oh,
he's
Oh,
he's got these.
I thought he was talking to his penis again.
He's got 3 full bottles of straight up that he just found in a box under his desk.
he pulled him out of his trash can.
Right.
The juice drawer.
Um,
I found them.
So the Midnight Mama, I believe that depending on the response we can get with some sampling, we might do that in 12 and 18.
And that's a blue raz something or other, right?
It's a blueberry cotton candy with some secret berries.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I went through that bottle. It tastes like that. It's really
Usually, so for me, blueberry flavorings. If you guys remember Froyo from Nick's Blissful Brews,
never had
I
it.
don't think I've ever tried that one.
it's so good. I used to randomly, like walking down the street, just get that like smell, that feeling in your mouth where you're like, I can taste it.
Yeah.
It was so good, and it was a blueberry yogurt, and now the Milkshake Man I think took it over, but they changed it. And it's not as good, and it tastes soapy. Because every other blueberry flavor tastes soapy. So when Kara came to me and we were like, this is the only you vaped for however long, it should be out. We should do it. I tried it. Obviously it's her recipe. From 2015, and it's not soapy. It's actually good.
It's delicious.
Agreed. Most time, like blueberry for me can get a little grapey, and I don't like grapey. So for me to go through that whole bottle, let me tell you, it doesn't get grapey. It is blue raz with secret berries, and it's amazing.
Real quick, too. Vaping Irish says, still sealed, Corey? Getting ready for your Instagram modeling cleavage and pouty face?
Still sealed.
Get the name out there, bro. Let the people know.
I gave him those bottles
Like a year ago.
It wasn't a fucking year ago.
He could read through them.
Oh my god.
They're collector's items.
So that's where we're at. We might do that, and then I do actually have a tobacco line that is registered. So that could be a possibility.
Very nice. Very nice.
Cool.
So definitely sounds like you guys got some new stuff coming. So definitely keep an eye out, guys. Check out the site. What was that discount code again? That way I could
It's
also throw it up in the
Ohmies 20.
Ohmies 20. All right, guys. Use that. I'll drop it in our Facebook group as well, so people can go take advantage of it. Go grab up some of that delicious straight up e-liquid, guys. I'm definitely gonna have to grab up some more bottles. You guys are gonna be going to ECC this upcoming weekend, correct?
Absolutely.
So I will see you guys there. I'm
Yeah.
super stoked.
Bastards.
So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to make a quick little announcement, guys. I will be at ECC this upcoming weekend with a couple of my favorite stooges. We got my man DC Rackley and Danny Castle are going to be joining me there. We're going to be there the entire weekend. Of course, Dylan and Taylor are going to be there as well. So if you guys are at the show, come say hi, come say what's up. Make your way to their booth to go try out some of that straight up.
We actually don't have a booth.
No booth? You guys just going as
visiting.
Refuse to get a booth at ECC.
honestly, man, I don't blame you from all the stories that I've heard over the past, especially since that whole wave fiasco.
Yeah.
I don't blame you guys. But I'll be stoked to see you guys there. Hang out, shoot the shit as usual. Of course. Also, I'll be going live from ECC a few times on like Instagram. I'll try to do something on the Ohmies page as well. But I'm also going to be doing a green room live. Not from the show, but from the hotel at ECC that Friday. I'm still going to be doing a show, so you guys can come and hang out with us there. Sean and Overdrip will be hanging out with me. Danny and DC are going to be on the show because they're going to be in the room with me, so might as well have them on the show to talk with all you guys. Of course, Chloe, what do you got coming up on your channel this week? Anything you want to talk about?
Sean got What's in the News this Wednesday, and there's no What's Your Story this weekend. It was supposed to be Breeze Tones I was on, but then on Sunday or Saturday, I realized, oh crap, I have a wedding to go to next Saturday.
Well, way to go.
So that's not going to be happening. So keep in mind, because where I'm going to have the weekend after, I'm going to have Adam Breeze Tones from Australia.
Very nice.
That following Saturday. So keep an eye out for that.
Baller. Did you guys see Breeze Town's coils are on local vape?
localvape.com, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking badass.
Hell yeah, dude. So if
That
you guys
boy's
want to try
making
some
moves,
Aussie
man.
coils, go over to
Yeah.
Local Vape, grab up some of them Breeze Tone coils. Of course, you guys can check them out too over on Amigos and Company. I believe they got something going on shortly after the show here. Clown.
Fresh 03.
Oh yeah, they're having Fresh 03 on tonight, so that's going to be a great show. Definitely go tune in for that. Clown, you got anything coming up on your channel you want to tell the people about?
Yeah, vlog Wednesday, as long as I can be awake for it, because got a new work schedule. We'll see how this works out for me. But hopefully I could get my videos recorded since I have sound again, which I'm excited about. And yeah, that's about it. Wolf Bite on Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time over on my channel.
Very nice. Dan, anything you want to add?
IndependentVaporCompany.com. Pick up some liquid. Go to thehelpingfriendlysalve.com for all your Cibida needs. You know what I'm saying? If you're a veteran and you
Hint, wink, wink.
can't get popped for tests, go with the isolate stuff, man. That stuff, there's zero THC in there. You're good to go. You need help with anything, get a hold of me, slide into my DMs. I will help in whatever way I can possible.
And of course,
go join the Facebook group.
Yes.
Go join IVC's Facebook group, Vaping with the Ohmies Facebook group.
You guys are still doing the bottle a day thing, aren't you?
No. So
No?
that got cut after a lot of like the new ruling came out for Facebook and stuff like that.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
trouble, so that got cut. But we're discussing some things. There could be another way we can do something like that, but the bottle a day thing is gone and suspended for right now until we figure something else out.
All right. Now, what about you, Dylan, Taylor? Anything you guys want to let the people know about before we end up cutting out here?
Yeah, I just want to give you guys a sneak peek of the design for our next run of shirts.
Ooh.
Mom's got one on. This is going to be the next one.
Nice.
Ooh, that's pretty
Awesome.
cool.
I can dig it. I got
pinup tattoos, so that'll
Okay.
work perfectly.
Also, you mentioned ECC, and you're going to be out there. And if anybody in the chat is going to be out there, this juice right here, this liquid, Deep Cuts, is going to be available at the Vapix booth.
Ooh. Grab you
Get
some.
your picture taken. Get a bottle of liquid. I mean, I know.
Going to be there?
Yeah, Eric will not be there.
Oh,
What?
He's got daddy duty, man.
Yeah,
You can't,
bro.
Really?
can't just give that up, man.
Oh shit! I thought he was gonna be there.
Liquid will be out there. Phil and Warren will be slanging it there, and the peanut butter party is amazing. And I've talked to people like I've got a message. Mean John Green sent me a message and was like, "This is my third bottle in a week. Why can't I stop vaping it?" Like he needed a support group at this point.
Yeah, dude. It's honestly, I'm not a peanut butter vapor, but PB Party, it's
Yeah.
good, bro.
It
I
doesn't
can't.
dry out your mouth.
I'm
If you
telling
haven't done it yet, Dylan, you gotta mix PB Party with Psycho Crawler, bro.
What?
I'm on it now. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's
That
fucking
is-
delicious, bro. You'll
That's
thank me
happening
later.
tonight.
That's non-compliant though.
Also,
Yeah.
You got hands on Boule Bolu. Mix those two
The
together.
Elvis special, bro.
Telling you, if you've never had a chocolate covered banana with like peanuts on it, that's what it tastes like. It's a home run.
I don't like bananas. I'm slightly allergic.
Ah,
But
I don't like Runt's banana,
But
I
Beecher's
like banana.
liquid is good.
Yes.
It is good, and I've tried it, and yeah, might be a more.
yeah, dude.
Capital
Shout outs to Turd.
6.
And we can't leave you guys without our ending segment. You know, Dan's back, so it's time for Dan's dad joke of the week.
That's right. So, how does a donkey get underground?
I don't know.
He burrows.
Burro.
He burrows. I can't do.
Oh man, that's you should let
We
clowns say
get-
the punchline.
I'm gonna get like a teen. Can I get a teen dad joke?
Dude,
Yeah.
go for it, bro.
What did the drunk egg say?
I don't
What?
know.
Omelet
Uh,
or omelet?
I like that one. I think Dylan kind of stole your thunder right there, bro. Because I think that one was a tad bit better.
joke. That's new school dad joke.
I like
was
that
good.
one.
I mean, you got.
I
I'm
like
only
it.
on here once.
I
so
like it.
I gotta take it for all it's worth.
Well, with that being said, we would love to have you guys on again in the future. If you guys got anything new coming up for, you know, the straight up liquid or broadside or anything like that, you guys are more than welcome to come on the show and let the people know what you guys got coming on. We had a great time chatting with you guys. It was an awesome show.
Yeah,
Can't thank you
appreciate
guys
you
enough.
guys so much.
Oh, we appreciate
Thanks.
you guys, definitely. Of course, you guys go check them out. Take advantage of that code Ohmies20. Get you 20% off of that straight up e-liquid. Go grab some, guys. It's great stuff. And of course, you guys will catch us right here next Monday, same time, same place for another episode. Episode 18. Not sure if we got a guest coming on yet or not. Who knows? It might just be us Ohmies just hanging out, shooting the shit with all you guys in chat. Of course, we always look forward to it. Can't thank you guys all enough out there in chat for tuning in and hanging out with us. As always, want to do a quick shout out to our amazing sponsors, OMPH and Independent Vapor Company. Of course, you guys can check out some of the OMPH project. They do have some of their line over there at IVC, like the Fountain, LaBanger, a couple other liquids as well. And you can also check out the
Award-winning
Independent
Watson.
Vapor Company.
It's my favorite of theirs.
Dude, Watson is the top notch like tobacco line from what I hear. I'm not a huge tobacco vapor, but from what I've heard, it's pretty damn good. So definitely go check that out, guys. And with all that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. As always, sending out all those positive vibes. Crisp high fives your way, and let's just vape on, Ohmies.
Thanks, Joe.